Hey, here's the mic check for the station. Mic check for the station. You hearing this okay? Mic check for the station. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Have Amanda text me and make sure the sound's okay, or you guys can text me or call me if you want. 577-5186.
Does everybody have their mics up here? Because we're obviously not going to put any mics on, so, okay? Yeah, I just want a couple things before we start. Is everybody ready, pretty much? All right. I'm Joel Davis from the Fire Marshal's Office, and I know, I'm going to give you, okay? I'm going to give you my cards afterwards, so you get the spelling. I know some of you have it, but we'll go through it. Okay, tell me when you're all ready. So, everybody ready? All right. It's Joel Davis, Joel Davis, State of Maine Fire Marshal's Office. Okay, today at approximately 12:06 p.m., Jay Fire Department, Police Department had a report of an explosion at the local paper mill. Upon arrival, they found there'd been an explosion in the digester part of the mill. There was some initial concerns that there may have been chemicals involved, and once that was mitigated, the fire personnel were able to make sure the fire was out. There was a small fire on the roof of the mill and significant damage to the digestive area. A multi-agency response was obviously happened between local law enforcement, state law enforcement, county law enforcement, Franklin County Emergency Management Agency, as well as 7 fire departments, and several ambulances were brought in case of there was multiple injuries. North Star Ambulance obviously coordinated that effort, including life flight ability in case people were hurt. The only fire was on the roof of the building that was put out rather quickly. There was a couple minor respiratory issues after the explosion from the dust that you guys all see was flying around. People were treated and released. And we just want to say, from the Fire Marshal's Office standpoint, what we're doing right now is the building is being secured. The paper mill employees and their emergency response team is making sure that everything is safe there for us to investigate the cause of the explosion. We'll probably actually start investigations into the explosion cause tomorrow morning. There is a representative here from the mill. She'll explain to you what that process does. I'm not an expert on the paper making process. I do want to say though, and I know this is the big question, is why nobody was hurt today. Okay, fortunately nobody works in that area directly, and I'll just put it out there. After Farmington, 7 months ago, we were fearing the worst today. But by the grace of God, it turned out much different today. So we all have that memory still. That's about all I have right now. We'll do more about the investigation tomorrow when we've concluded it, and we can figure out exactly what happened here.
Can you just say whether people in the neighborhood, surrounding areas were evacuated, or anyone outside the mill was injured, or any property damage?
The only injuries outside are just a couple of respiratory things from the fallen debris, and right now we don't have any reports of any property outside the mill that was damaged. It was pretty much localized to that area.
And no evacuation?
No evacuation.
What about all this pulp that went everywhere? Is there chemicals in this? Is it toxic at all? And what about the chemical smell of the air?
Maine DEP is on scene and they assessing anything like that. I'll let the mill representative explain to you what this stuff is. I'm not a paper making person. We're here to investigate what caused the fire. So the explosion. Any questions about that? Okay. I'm going to turn it over to Roxy Lasseter. She's from Pixel, and they own the mill, and she'll explain to you what she has.
Yep. Good afternoon, everybody. I will say thank you very much for being here. As you can imagine, it's a very difficult day for all of us involved with this. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate you waiting here. I can say Pixel appreciates the work that you do in informing our community. Appreciate that, and it's our full intention to provide you as much meaningful information as quickly as it's available. The headline today is everyone's accounted for and there's no injuries on that mill site. And as the gentleman mentioned, it's nothing short of a miracle, and we are grateful. I will say we've had an overwhelming response from the local agencies. It's been a multi-agency turnout, and we've appreciated all of their support. I do have a press release that's been sent to possibly all of you. It was mass distribution. But just basically to reiterate that today, right around lunchtime, Eastern time, there was an apparent rupture in a pressure vessel in our pulping operation on our mill site in Jay, Maine. We're in the very preliminary stages of trying to assess the damage, as you can imagine. And first and foremost is the concern we have for our employees and for all the people that are associated with that. And again, to reiterate, very grateful, very thankful that there are no injuries. Everyone on the mill site's accounted for, and we're moving through that process. We promptly implemented our on-site emergency protocols. We have a very well-trained staff. These local agencies reported very quickly and absolutely in a very professional manner. We appreciate that. What you see is a mixture of wood fiber, water, and some pulping liquor chemicals. At this point, we're working with all the environmental agencies to assess to evaluate if there's any further environmental impact. And once we are aware of that, we certainly will make sure that we share that with you. It's just very early in the process. All I can do is just say, I have the statements here for you I'd like to share with you. I'd like to give you my business card. If you guys need any further information, need to contact somebody, I'd appreciate it if you would reach out to me. Again, thank you for your patience today, and we just appreciate the work you do.
Can you describe what chemicals are in this sort of pulping liquor that you call?
Well, I can tell you that is not my area of expertise, but I can get that information for you, and we will provide the detail around that.
Do you know how long the mill will be closed, or can other areas of the mill operate under these circumstances?
It's so early in the process, we're trying to assess the damage. The damage was significant. It may be morning before we know what the answer to that question is.
Can you tell us how many workers were there, and also the injuries are only respiratory at this point?
Yes, that is a fact, that the injuries are only the couple of respiratory at this point. We have a total employment of about 500. Today was day shift. I'm guessing there's probably 165, 175 people on site at any given time on a day shift. Hey, I appreciate, I'm sorry.
Sorry, one other question. How far away were the other workers? So no one's in that building?
No one was in the immediate vicinity, which was certainly helpful. I can't really answer how close other people were. I don't know the answer to that right now.
Is this an equipment failure, this apparent rupture?
We don't have any idea what caused the failure.
Are you able to explain what a digressor is?
It's a digester, and it's part of the pulping process where we actually cook the chips to reduce them into individual fiber for the paper making process. Again, thank you all very much. Appreciate it. We'll be in touch.